So let's get that addressed and get that matter and issue out the way real quick. Okay, you are not from the streets. You was never a street dude. Again, if we go over your history of who you claim to be on here and who you are, right? You're a dude who's soft. You're a dude who worked regular jobs, right? And you tried to move up and try to get a management position by kissing up. Okay. People never become managers who like me and gangsters. Gangsters don't become managers at jobs. I got news for you. All y'all who say, I'm the manager at my job. Yeah, because you ain't nobody in the street. Ain't no street dude going to be made no manager nowhere. I don't care where you go. You could travel over the 50 states. So right there, see you lying. But that's what y'all do. You lie a lot. You run your mouth. Go tell him I'm talking about him too, because I would love to have a conversation. Because every time I try to have a conversation, he want to be soft and try to, deflect and project and get away from the conversation when these are conversations that should be had. And you're just a member of the public,
What's
sir.
up,
You're
people?
not special. You
I'm
don't get
PC
special
Snipe.
treatment. You're not above reproach. You're a member of the public. And I got to have members of the public that want to have a conversation. So if he want to have the conversation, just miss me with all the other
Beat up too.
nonsense
I've
that
been
you
moving
talk
the
as you
kid all
start
day.
projecting and saying lies and trying to say that I'm you and all these weird things, and I don't have time for that. Okay, okay, young boy. Okay, so you go ahead and take your YN self. That's what they call them now, right? YNs. You
I got
take your
trash.
YN
I need to go
self and
grab
you
a
go
couple
ahead and
beers.
sit down in your gaming chair and you be quiet, Tazo TV. I like to lecture Tazo TV every now and then. I'm like Tazo TV's second father. Real talk. I'm like his daddy. You feel me? But you listen good and you listen up, you listen now and you listen good, Jazzo TV. You can kick all that fake stuff you want, but it won't work with your Faja, the father, me. It ain't gonna fly with me because I know you saw. You understand? See, that's the thing. I'm really someone in the streets. I'm really someone in the world. I really have a solidified name. And a dude like you, and this is going to tie into everything I'm saying. A dude like you that don't want to give me homage and pay respect to who I am as a man because of what factor that we all know and are aware of. I don't have to say it because you got that in your heart for whatever reason, right? You want to look at people and give them different labels like a narcissist. That's perfectly fine, my good sir. You go ahead and do that. How's that working out for you? Just asking. How's it working out for you being a part of an illegal underground organization? Because you talk to them people. You talk to people who go online and troll. You not the streets. You a troll. I got news for you, bro. You can sit there all day with your little corny Nipsey Hustle posters and blah blah blah, but you ain't it. You's a poser. You's a herb. You been a herb. You ain't never been about nothing. I'm from the hood for real, Tazo. You understand? I'm just telling you the truth, and you know it. You ain't from no hood or no ghetto, bro. I was in Bankhead, bro. What? Literally got arrested in Bankhead on the worst street in all of Atlanta. Who is you? Nobody. That's the thing, bro. People be
Cheers.
running their mouth, don't understand the people. Some people is really, really like deep, heavy in the game of reality. The world is a small place. Some of us really, really live and walk this walk.
I didn't
That's
see
why
any
you see
Sneed
it
shit
ain't
today. Did
nothing for me to do what I
anything
do and
happen
be
at all?
myself because
Nothing.
this ain't nothing I ain't done
No.
a million years ago. Everything I do, bro, I was way worse when I was younger. When I was like him and I was the YN or I was the young boy, I was out of control. I'm telling you the truth. I don't fake it. See, a lot of people they want to act and tell themselves because they so delusional, they believe in the nonsense coming out of their mouth and the thoughts in their mind that don't exist that they want to tell themselves I'm posing, I'm trying to act like something I'm not or talk different. Like when the dude Jinx in San Antonio, remember I G checked him and I kind of got into it with all of them because the other one was kind of having an entitlement mentality and I scolded him and said, listen, no, I don't care. You don't just sit there and act like that with me. Okay, you're not entitled to my money. You feel me? And that's why we had a little falling out. And like I'll end up seeing them again and we'll probably be cool. Like Musa was his name. Musa is super cool. Not on here. I'm talking about a Musa I know from reality. Musa was super cool. I like Musa. Jinx, not so much. I think Jinx is a snake personally. You know what I mean? But I already addressed him, so it is what it is. But um, yeah. So like I said, I'm just saying the truth. See, I'm not coming at you
Sounds like he's back
anyway.
at mom's
I'm
early
not
tonight.
using an angle like you. I'm not trying to talk down. I'm saying the truth. You tried to have a boxing career and failed. You tried to do a truck driving career and failed, and then made an excuse and said, "Oh, it doesn't mean anything." Hey, listen, you went and got your CDL apparently, right? So, if you took the time to go do that and you got a CDL, why don't you just say the truth? You're not willing to really go through the ranks and work to get there is what it is. You got a CDL and you just think, just like with the job, you got in a management position because you're entitled and you expect that. You expect to climb up the ladder in the ranks without actually it putting any work in. It would be the same thing. I don't know if you've ever been to prison. I haven't ever. I've never gone to prison. I would never want to. I feel like suckers go to prison, to be honest. I can't even go to prison because I can't catch any felonies because I have to wear my bulletproof vest. And if you have a felony, you're legally not supposed to wear it. It's not like obviously I still would have to because I'm Batman. I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like I have to protect myself. But I'm just saying it would mess up my career a little bit. It would make things a little more difficult, if people wanted to give me a hard time. But fortunately, I've been smart, right? And stayed out of trouble. And that's why you stay out of trouble. So, right there, that points out the fallacy because you're online, number one, promoting something that's illegal and going to get your channel taken down because you're telling dudes to get active and do things that's not the answer and not what they need to do. Then you said Tory Lanez is a cash cow. Tory Lanez doesn't make any cash. So I need to understand what perspective you're talking about. I mean, look at your
Did
position.
he
You're
say
you're an armchair
I
revolutionary
can't go to
talking
prison
on
because I
YouTube from
can't
an
get a
armchair,
felony? It's kind
just
of
like
like
the
the other
rest
way
of you,
around.
right? Just like any of you
Fucking
people.
idiot.
You talk from an armchair, you're a wannabe, and you're talking from an armchair trying to say, we need structure. We need to be militaristic. We need to be strategic. We need to be all these things. Well, what you're describing, if you listen, is what? Batman, right? You want to be all these things, right? You want to get your group and your people to get on board and you want
Needs to
them to be
bring back
strategic
the
and be all
blanket
these things,
now that
but
he's
they're
got the
just
face
not.
mask.
They never have been. Like I said, they couldn't police themselves no matter what. We watched that for decades. So you're hypocritical because, and they told me already in the readings, ignore everybody's hypocrisy who doesn't understand your calling, which is a hard thing to do, but it's something I have to do. Like I said, this is an election, man. I'm the president of the
Yes, sir.
streets. I'm going to win this election. When I see these dudes in the street, I
The
got nothing but
president of
love
the
for you.
streets.
I'm here to help you. That's why when I saw a dude today I've never seen before ever, I don't know who he is. I try to say, hey, are you good? You understand? When I'm talking, I'm not talking in no bad way, right? I'm talking in a way from a real place. You understand? So if I ask you, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? I'm speaking genuinely. I don't talk no back talk or backwards talk. But at the same time, I'm always be myself and I'm gonna stand my ground. You know what I mean? If people take it the wrong way, then I'm gonna G check them. I don't care who it is. So in order to be the president of the streets, you got to hold your own. That's the thing. There's always misunderstandings. There's people tripping, people trying to act some way, all that fake stuff. But that's what you proclaim, Tazo. That's what you and your group proclaim is all that ignorance. Where has it gotten you? Like I said, you're from an armchair and you want to call moves and tell people what to do. Well, what about you? Why was you not strategic when you got your CDL and your class whatever license? Why didn't you use that and use strategy and be strategic? Why didn't you just do what you're supposed to do? You can go work for any trucking company with that, but you just don't want to do it. I already know because you're lazy. You don't want to sleep in the truck. You don't want to have to do all that and work for a company. And I don't have anything against that personally. I understand actually. See, I'm not some guy who just, oh, I'm this and that. No, I have understanding. I understand. I wouldn't want to either.
We
I
live,
wouldn't.
dog.
I believe in running your own company.
We live.
I believe working for yourself, even if you make a lot less money, is way more beneficial because you're
Grab it if
building
you
a
want.
future. I believe in investing in yourself no matter what. It's not about how much money you make. It's about the purpose of what you do. And that's what people have a hard time and don't get, I'm sure, with me is like I don't make a whole lot of money with what I do right now, but I'm so much happier with myself and proud of myself because I'm accomplishing things that no agency could have ever licensed me or enabled or supported me to do because they don't support you. Do you understand? I mean, I could have gone to Marines, Army, Navy, SEAL. They just tried to recruit me to the Air Force. I get offers. I'm not going to say all the time, but periodically I get offers, because the way I look and what I do. And I just ignore it for the most part, you know, because that's just not for me. That's not the walk that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be like a last resort for me. I have enough belief in God that God doesn't want me to go that route. I believe God has already made a way for me, just like the download told me like 5 seconds ago.
He wouldn't make it through boot
Okay.
camp. My
So
God.
my point is, you had an option. You could have worked yourself up through the ranks, right? I'm not talking to you or
Physically,
talking down. I'm
yes.
telling you the truth. So you didn't want to do that.
Authoritatively, no.
Okay. I get it. You don't want to, you probably don't want to sleep in the truck and you don't want to drive it all over the nation. You probably don't want to work for a company.
I mean, I
And
can
then,
sticky.
see, that's my deal though, is you're hypocritical because
Want to
what
do
other
it?
options does that leave? Come to cashless paying. Straight up, Cashless Bang is a record label. I'm the CEO of it. You could come to Cashless Bang. You could start working with us over here, and we could build together. And instead of you working with the enemy, who just against me because,
Let me
like
know
I
what you
said,
want to
that
do.
they see things in the jaded lens that you have, because obviously, you got you got bad feelings in you towards me and who I am or whatever for some reason, which has no purpose nor place. It's kind of like these people on here who want to act like they're a voice. They're trying to rewrite all of history. We've already had all these discussions. We've had debates for years. There's no purpose for me to get on here and have a back and forth with somebody who's irrelevant running their mouth. I'm not talking
I've
about
been through
just him.
boot
I'm talking
camp.
about all
You would
y'all.
get kicked out of
You
boot camp.
see, they can rewrite history and say, "Oh, I'm this and that, and whatever, and blah blah." Who cares? We've had all those discussions, man. I did oil money radio for years, man. We talked about every little topic we possibly could. We had fun. We did what we did. Everybody knows publicly what I said, what I've done. They should. I mean, I stood up for different people. I stood up for Eric Garner. Garner. I stood up for Mike Brown. That's a fact. And that's what I built my name off of. And then you had people try to slander me for it and say I was the opposite, which makes no sense. I don't have time for nonsense. You feel me? So I'm Tyree Sneed. I'm the president of the streets, right? The whole deal is if I win, you win because I am you. All the people in the street, all the real people, I am you. If you go
So
against
I'm the
me,
president of the
yeah,
street.
you're probably going to lose because, well, God stands with me. You understand? And I just don't back down and I refuse to lose, in any way, shape, or form. So, and you've already seen tons of examples of this because all these factions have gone against me. And I mean, God is just completely just, owning them, all of them, So my whole deal is I'm not even concerned about that. Like, I'm a nice, good person, you know what I mean? So I'm like saying, the people in the street, you should want me to win. People should be donating to me because if I win, you win. I'm trying to build and create opportunities. We have opportunities right now for everybody. It just has to be people that have a good attitude and want to work. You understand? I'm building my own media company out of this. You understand? I'm building a lot of things out of this. If y'all want to actually go to work, like when I say put in work, I'm talking about, well, different terminology, I'm saying, for different situations and different things because of who I'm.
If any of y'all ever been to boot camp, you know the reference. Every motherfucking day, little Joey would wake up with this boondockers full of shaving cream. So when that fucking horn goes off in the morning, you're jumping out of your fucking rack at fucking 4:30. You fucking slide on your fucking socks that you've been wearing for a week, and you slide on those boondockers. Boom, with a foot full of shaving cream. Ain't shit you can do about it.
I am, right? And what I do independently. But, you know, when I say put in work, I'm talking about working hard in that regard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, number one, Tazo, like I said, why are you talking like that? You don't talk like that. That's not who you is. See, that was the thing with Jinx. Jinx was fake.
Hell
So when
yeah.
he said that on the video, what are you talking? You don't talk like that. What do you mean? I do talk like that.
Fuck yeah, Skip.
Like, you the
You
fake
know,
dude, and like he got G checked for that. Yeah, Jinx in San Antonio. Everybody gets G checked. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter where I'm at. So I was in the hood, like I said. We did the boxing thing with his homeboy. They was trying to delete my footage and stuff, and like couldn't delete all of it. So you saw that I won, and that dude was quick and strong as hell. Probably one of the toughest dudes in that hood in San Antonio. Tyree Sneed showed up, did the boxing live on air right in front of your face, and won. I'm undefeated in the street, bro. So you don't understand, like, you talking to a dude who really, really, like, my name holds weight.
smoke them
My
together.
name rings bells everywhere. I'm not fake. I'm not some fake dude. I'm thorough as they come. But you don't want to give me that credit because, like I said, you have some kind of, issue with, not just me, but, I don't have to explain it. We can tell what it is. And that's what you should work on. Maybe that's why you don't want to do the truck thing. Maybe you feel like it's run by other people. I have no idea because you don't let me talk to you. So I won't know until you let me have a voice. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I can't talk. I can talk and everybody needs to be talking to me. My whole point is everybody in the street, if you're trying to create opportunities, if you want to make money, quit trying to make a quick come up and let's work hard at something, man. We can do vlogs, we can do blogging, we can do radio shows together. We offer this to the Penguin. Like I said, man, if you want to apologize, I mean, apologize genuinely and quit getting online like you addicted and playing games with my name and saying stuff that you would never say to my face. That's all you and your brother got to do. Already told you I forgave you. I already told you we good. I already told you we can work together. I just don't agree with anything you've done. You understand? Like, it is what it is. We don't have to talk about it. Trust me, I don't want to talk about it. But like I said, if you would just be genuine and make a real apology video and make it long, because you sure took your time to say all this other stuff and commit crimes and slander, it's not going to get you out of the federal lawsuit,
Make it
right? But
long.
you could be normal people. I'm not going to be around people that I don't feel safe around, not because I'm scared, because I can tell that they're jealous of me. See, that doesn't make you soft to say, "Hey, I just don't want to be in that environment." No, you don't want to be around toxicity. That's all that is over there. And these are grown men. You understand? So, like I said, I mean, you had the option, bro. You could have gone the truck driving route, and you could build from scratch with that. You could make your money working for a company, try to get enough money together, get some other hustles, work with people in the hood. Those are all opportunities I never had, bro. They got my license suspended in another county, bro, because they was lying and making up fake tickets. This is what you don't understand, bro. Like, I already literally, like, I've been on top of everything forever, bro. These people, they say things, but they don't know the facts of anything that's happened, bro. You understand? So it's like, y'all ain't talking about nothing. Nothing. Y'all ain't talking about nothing, bro. I literally am a boss about everything, right? I ain't even got to go into it because it's none of your business. You feel me? So my whole point is, I mean, like I said, bro, I mean, you got to get the right mentality, bro. It's just that simple, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you're not willing to work for it, bro, it's not just going to come to you. See, me, it's actually going to just come to now because and why? Because I work hard. I just work for myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed by God. I have an anointing over my life. I got hand selected and picked out of everyone. I'm the only chosen one by God. That's why I hate when they say chosen ones. There's only one chosen one. There ain't none but me, bro, on this planet. I am the chosen one. Everybody else, I mean, you're just a sideshow. Sorry, but that's the truth. You know what I mean? People can tell themselves what they like. Yeah, we all God's children and all that cute talk, but at the end of the day, God chose me as the chosen one. Okay, so I mean, if we was all God's children, I mean, apparently we not, because not everybody acts like that. You know what I mean? Now that doesn't mean that we're not. I mean, me and Christina are God's children because we're good people, but
Yeah, let me rewind that back there a fucking second. What the fuck did he say?
that doesn't mean that we're not. I mean, me and Christina. Okay, so I mean, if we was all God's children, I mean, apparently we not, because not everybody acts like that. You know what I mean? Now that doesn't mean that we're not. I mean, me and Christina are God's children because we're good people, but like all these evil people and like two-faced and hypocritical people, you're not God's children. These are literally people who work for the devil. So we got to call it what it is and call it what it is, and that's it. As simple as broad day. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I mean, how come you didn't do that? That's a real question of mine. I would like an answer to. I could talk to any of y'all. Ain't none of y'all above reproach. What do you mean? I have questions. I want to. Y'all so busy running your mouth
Literally sounded like the Spider-Man meme of everyone pointing at each other. You're the chosen one. I swear to fuck.
because you don't want to answer these questions. Like, why didn't? If you have a CDO and you was able to have that opportunity, that's an opportunity I'll never have until God helps me fix everything in my life. Why? Not because of me, not because I failed, not because I did anything wrong. Because I dealt with people who was toxic, who was jealous of me, and I didn't understand or get it. And I went through a lot of jealousy and envy. So people basically tried to, dismantle anything I built and sabotage everything I did. And I made all the right decisions and I stood up to them and I won. Right. And then I kept turning around and being successful. That's a boss. That's what you're supposed to do. So I'm the guidelines. I'm your role model of what you want to be, Tazo TV, instead of, oh, well, I don't know, living on Section 8, having a Nipsey Hustle poster of a coward who was a skateboarder and never put no working in the street ever, never helped his community. You can lie all you want. He never helped his community. He couldn't even help himself. How is a guy with no money going to give money to the hood? If he had money, why is he opening up a corny little business in the middle of the hood, like off Crenshaw? You got to make sense, bro. You just talking to hear yourself talk. See, that's the problem. Just like right now, they have no self awareness. You're in the same position you've always been in. It's never going to change. You understand? Modern day slavery. You're not in a position where you're kicking something real. You're in an armchair, homeboy. Do you have any self awareness? You need to get a mirror, Tazo. Do you own a mirror? Get a big mirror and look in the mirror for a long time. Like, you're in an armchair trying to tell people what people should do in jail and prison, but you ain't built no voice to go give speeches at jails and prisons. I have. Prisons and jails can literally have me come through and talk to the people, which is an actual thing. If people want to ever offer me that, I'll do that. You feel me? You're going to have to pay me something. I'm going to get paid for what I do. but I will do that. I will help motivate people in the public. I will help people to make the right decisions. I'll talk and I'll be myself, and you can take from it what you may. Because I'm not here to kiss up. I'm here to tell you how it really is and what's going to help you and be constructive and work with the people who can listen and want to work with you. If they don't want to work with me, hey, next. That's my attitude. I'm not going to waste no time with people who don't want to listen and talking to them for what? That's a waste of time. You know they're not going to hear you. You can talk right in front of them. Like DMX said, you could be right here, but they ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, at the end of the day, quit trying to talk like me. You're not me. You don't come from what I come from. Look what I do for a career, bro. This is all 100% thorough legit. You can't get around my success, bro. You could try to ignore it all you want. You get no views over there. Nobody listens to you. Nobody knows who you are, homie. It's the most shine you're going to get. You understand? I'm not against you. I want to uplift all my people. Everybody's my people. Every culture, everybody. I want everybody to eat. I want to see everybody doing well. Come to Cashless Pain. Why don't you do that? You want to be a boxer? Like I said, I can train you to be an actual competitive boxer. But as of right now, it looked like you lost every bout you went to. And I mean, honestly, you're a complete joke in boxing. You just ain't no boxer. Boxing is not for you at all. You understand? I'm not saying that you may not be able to, I don't know, hold your own by talking and stuff in the street. But as far as boxing, I believe that you could probably, be a little reckless in situations. I believe that may be possible. Maybe. I really don't. I really kind of don't believe that either. I think you're completely soft. But maybe I'll give you that, right? But you ain't no boxer. There's a difference. You understand? I mean, a dude can get lucky in the street, but he can.
Got to pause for a second. We may roll this back, guys. Waiting confirmation. Sticky may fucking fired up, and we may shroud this motherfucker. So I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys want to do?
Not be anyone in the boxing ring. They're two totally different worlds. You see, me, I'm in both. Like, you put me in a boxing ring against anybody. I mean, nobody could hang with me. No one would in a boxing ring. There's no one who could compete with me. Trust me. And I proved that. I'm 10-0 in my own league. Right. So what you're saying, it just none of it makes any sense. It's not.
Lobster, you're not wrong. Yeah, there's some gold in here. There's some real gold in here. He's all over the fucking place. He's already back at his mom's, so he got home early. I don't know if he was out job hunting or what, but we'll see what's going on. Whatever.
Not easily digestible. It just doesn't even exist. Like I said, I am the voice of the streets. I may say things, that, yeah, I'm hard on myself. I say some things and I'm like, man, I should have given it time. Like, that's just me being a man, bro. I'm a man. That's why people generally have understanding for me. They're like, bro, I don't care about that. They're like, you're good. Like, I'm doing the best that I can. Let me explain the TJ situation with y'all a little more. What happened with TJ is I tried to give him a chance because I have a heart and I care about TJ. That's all that happened there. The thing that was so frustrating with him is I'm giving him an opportunity on a silver platter saying, bro, we're going to get you good and caked up. You're going to have money. You're going to be straight when I get these blessings, right? Christina and I, and we're going to put you in a position. Christina even said it. I mean, I have all the messages, everything. She said that TJ, you would have been able, I don't know if he listens, but you would have been able to work on the food truck that we build and everything. We would have given you consistent income. She said she would pay her employees handsomely. So you went against the offer of somebody who's reputable and credible. And all I was saying was all you had to do was just stay off my phone with your nonsense, and you on my phone like you manic depressive or something, trying to talk to me some funny style way, talking about, like, he asked me like 5 times the same thing, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Did I not? First of all, who you?
Negasonic,
Hello, Sheriff.
what are you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's working.
You been listening to this nonsense?
No, I just popped in when I saw your link, and I was like, "Oh, okay. What's he bitching about?"
He's all over the fucking place. He's really fucking manic right now. He's not mad. He's just all over the fucking place talking in circles. Sticky said he might fire it up and we may rewind this and shroud it out. So I'm kind of waiting
How many
what everyone
listens
wants to do.
so far?
And there's a few. There is a few. So if you haven't heard the beginning, Sticky, if you're listening, I think he's warming it up. We'll see what happens.
Talking to, and that's all I said. Like, that's the normal response. Like, dude is on my
Hey, what's
phone
up,
on
Lobster?
some manic stuff,
What's up,
making no
DZ?
sense. That was insane, dude. And it's like, dude, I
Down the
understand
range,
that you're
sir.
jealous, but you can't let that stuff like consume you. And that's what people are allowing it to do. So I just, basically got away from him. I'm not dealing with TJ no more. I got no reason, because if I'm going to talk to somebody, why do I want someone just randomly on my phone, bro? As much as I go through electronically, I'm all right, bro. I don't need that. I don't need people around me who ain't for me. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at you. I'm not trying to argue with you. If you want to act like you tough at this point, hell, I mean, do whatever you want. I could care less. But I'm not going to waste my time trying to prove a point to somebody I know is soft and fake and can't even acknowledge what I've done right in front of their face. You see what I'm saying? I'm bigger than the whole picture and the whole program. The other fool on here was saying the other day, he said, no man is bigger than the system. Yeah, you're trying to preach whatever philosophy is against.
That's what I'm saying, Lobster. It sounds like he's at his mom's home already. And yeah. What's up, Sticky? I'm setting up if you guys want. What do you guys say? What do you think? Nega doesn't care, I don't think.
No, it's up to you, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to go and route her up.
Against us and isn't about freedom. People like you are a dime a dozen giving speeches on fear. You're like Carly Fiorina, my aunt. I mean, you're a joke. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but no one cares because you don't have a real voice. You can't actually swing
Carly's my
people and
lover.
affect people to, do anything. I'm a real influencer. So people listen to me. You see what I'm saying? I'm an influencer because I'm educated and intellectual and I'm intelligent as hell and I'm a genius, but I'm also from the hood and the ghetto, the real thing. When it was active, when I was like 16, I'm 35
You're
now.
none of those
So when
things,
people are
Joey.
like, well,
None.
what makes you special? I'm not wearing hockey pads. Like,
Hockey
I
pads.
went through the brunt of everything. I went through things people couldn't even imagine and fathom. Hold on.
Yeah,
Or
because
just
we're
come up,
adults and we go to work.
here, Sticky. We can just fucking finish it up. Because I was telling you, I don't want to stay up too late tonight and get all fucking tired out because I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow down kid fucking dog fucking all day fucking thing.
You're gonna take Jackson to water tomorrow?
So my whole deal is you have
Not
to
the
pay the
water.
dues that are necessary to get where you're going. I've been a janitor for the NBA. I was making 18 an hour. Was happy as hell working that job. It was pretty cool. I had a couple of issues, but it was all in all pretty cool. They were pretty cool people. There was some ignorant people I'd come across that would be hating,
No.
and I would get, upset like I always do, and I wouldn't put up with it, and I'd put them in their place verbally and keep it pushing. And like right there, I'd tell them what it is. But other than that, that was it. It's usually the so-called women, and it's just people who are broke and have nothing. And it's like, dude, you don't know who you're talking to. Keep my name out your mouth. And then I keep it pushing. That's it. All I got to do is address them verbally, right? So I did that. I mean, I've cleaned whole bars. I've done bar security for 2-story bars, like half the bars, most of the bars on 6th Street I've worked in. I've been the bar back for all the main bars like Speakeasy. Like I've been a boss for a long time, bro. I helped build
You've
most of
never
those
been
bars and
shit, Joey.
establishments. So my name rings bells whether people like me or like it or not. No,
Oh, I don't care if I can Sticky. It's been what, guys, 15 minutes or so?
Think so.
So 29.
Let's see. You
Oh
put the
shit.
thing in. You put the.
It's been about 25 minutes.
I've made my money off of what I did. I've done everything. I've been all right. So the question is, why don't you want to follow in the footsteps of somebody who teaches you how to work hard and be successful? You'll never go wrong if you just work hard. If you work hard and you try to set everything up the right way, you can never go wrong because you're trying your best. They can't tell you you're doing anything wrong because, well, I don't exist for you and I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just trying to survive. The government makes it hard enough for us to survive. So I for sure don't answer to you. You know what I mean? You were relevant to me. The government is irrelevant to me. I got targeted by the government. I got targeted by the military industrial complex. But yet you have fools on here who are nobody talking about it, trying to copy my terminology. Like I said, everything I say they want to copy and then twist it. Like you can't take my message and rhetoric and then twist it. That's corny. Like you're delusional. You're trying to act like you're the Illuminati. You're not the Illuminati. Y'all don't even have anything going for you. I mean, none of you have built the future. You haven't built the voice. You got to have a voice first. See, they don't want to even put the work in necessarily.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna Sticky. Is that a confirmation? We're gonna shut her down and we're gonna rewind it back. It's not too far. 25 minutes goes quick, but in our world, that's what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll figure it out. What time is it? 7:55. It's Friday. Fuck it. So that being said, give me confirmation, Sticky, in the chat there. Should I shut it down right now?
I think they said yeah, so
Yeah, I'm
might as
down. I'm
well
off.
everyone head over to Sticky's house.
Yep. Right on. Thanks, guys. Coming in. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna take a leak. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna get high.
All right.